Good morning, it is the Nintendo Kid coming at you with some Project 2600. That's a weird intro. With
Nintendo Dad.
the Nintendo Dad. Get your title right. Start the game. Okay, so explaining what this is. Project 2600 is basically going to be a series of videos, all strung into one playlist, of course, out of your convenience. Strung into basically a series of as many Atari games as we can play. Because we've actually set up a VCR and record Atari with a dazzle, which is interesting. Technology is fun. So, now we're playing Kaboom, because that's my dad's favorite game. It's in the title intro card, Moon Patrol music, which I still haven't beaten. So yeah, do you have anything more to say, Dad?
My turn's over.
Oh, of course.
The trick with this game is at this level right here, you want to drop the last bomb just before you get to 1,000.
We'll play.
And that way you can go ahead and get your free bucket at 1,000 and be set back on your speed a little bit.
Because we're playing Atari games, and, you know, Atari
I'm the Atari expert.
And Atari is old. Very old.
Just like me.
It's, wasn't actually the first home video game system, surprisingly enough. It was just the first commercially successful, I guess. It wasn't even the first game system to use cartridges, believe it or not. That's horrible. The first home game system was the Magnum Odyssey, and the one to use ROM cartridges, whatever. These specific kind of cartridges that are used with like an F Fairchild, whatever you call that. Wikipedia is pretty good. You guys should spend some time with that, even though probably already do. Don't rage too much. This is PG. PG, man. Come on. I can't even get past, like, stage... What, does it have stage numbers in this? Or is it just by speed setting?
Just by speed.
Okay. He adds bombs when it gets faster to make it more hard. More hard. That's not even right. Seriously? 305! Hooray! Girl party.
Then when I get to 2,000, I'll get another bucket.
Ah, so you didn't get to that. Nice. Oh, he's throwing them all over the place. Bro, that guy's fast.
Ow! Poopies!
Something that makes me wonder, though, if this guy is like a bank robber and has all these bombs, why is this bucket deep enough to hold them all? That was horrible.
I think it's just supposed to catch the bucket and put out the fire.
So basically, it's like a merry...
Oh, wow.
Who's that nanny person? How's the suitcase? Infinite depth? Am I thinking of?
Not sure, buddy.
Either Nanny McPhee or Harry Potter. I don't know.
Probably Nina McPhee, because I never saw that movie.
Okay. Well, it was one of those. The nanny is very hideous, and then they get prettier as the children age more. Because that's like the gimmick of those movies for some reason. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have umbrellas or parasols to go to work with.
Better than having to catch bombs all day.
Yeah. I don't think this is his job, though. I mean, it's not even a person holding those buckets. It's just floating buckets catching bombs. And where's this guy throwing them, though? Like the side of a green building? Or is he at like the top of a hill and they're rolling down a few? Or... If you save the manual, they usually put story stuff in those.
I think we do still have the manual.
Okay, well, you're gonna need to start playing pretty soon.
I think you can play for a few minutes while I find the manual.
Then you need to hand me your paddle. I'm not used to these old games, because, like, I guess the best way to describe it is, like, the paddles are very sensitive, where the joysticks, you do... Okay, I just blew up everywhere. Alright, I got the box here, alright. Our charming Mad Bomber really doesn't mean any harm, it's just that he loves something better to drop bombs and not to explode. Only you can stop him. Read the rest of that. Only you can stop it.
As he tosses his bombs, you race to douse their fuses with your bucket of water.
Okay, yeah.
The more bombs that splash in your bucket, the more points you score.
Crap.
But the more points you score, the faster the bombs appear.
Miss the bomb and you'll learn how Kaboom got its name. Take mine. Here's the true test of stamina. Reflex. This was $20? What?
Yes, video games were expensive. Remember, that was $20 back then.
That's like $400. That's like $400.
No, parents made quite a sacrifice to buy these games back in the day.
Oh, you know, actually, that art is actually pretty, good to what this game actually is.
Because the systems were pretty much the same price as they are today, and the games are pretty much the same price as they are today. Huge difference is, though, that you didn't have the used game stores, or, you know, like GameStop does now, where they take the trade in. So, once you had a game, it was yours. That's why we have all these games still today.
Well, they didn't have renegade places?
No, not at the Atari 2600. Blockbuster wasn't around back then.
Huh. Well, I know they had those by the days of the NES, but we're 2 generations off. 2 games generations. Turn up the manual? Is that it?
I couldn't see it. Okay. Oh, see how I forgot to drop that? Now, it's going to the same, going to be really fast, and I've got 3 buckets. I'm not going to gain a free bucket. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So I finally get to go 1,000 points later. The manuals are really dusty. I know. What are those, 35 years old now?
Well, it's close to it.
Yeah. You know, 2020 is going to be the 30th anniversary of Earthbound. So that's pretty cool. There was this thing in Nintendo Power about... Really? I missed that? Wow. About how they could possibly do, like, I forget the band's name, was it, like, Runaway 5? Like a fake concert that's kind of like them, but in real life. Kind of like how they're doing that Zelda 25th anniversary stuff the past year. No? That was Sweet.
Whoa, look at that, 1 bucket. Caught them all.
Yeah, it did.
Drop that one.
So what would you say your highest score ever is on this?
Around 27, 28, maybe. I think I may have hit 3,000 once.
And I just died. Find the manual?
No, I was just looking at this 1983 Atari game catalog.
Really?
Yeah.
Catalog. Let me see
Catalog
that.
of the games they had back in 1983.
Alright, well, let's see. We have 5200 add. We got like Kangaroo, love that. Big Dog, Old Position. We have all those. Those are good. Let's unfold this. Ooh, that's nice and silvery, flashy. Oh, let's see. So a bunch of these are actually arcade boards. Yeah.
What you have to remember, guys, is that, you know, these old retro games, they may not have the flashy graphics of, you know, the games that you're going to play on your Xbox today, but they're just as challenging, especially, you know, when you get this paddle control, and you've really never used one before compared to...
What are you talking about, difficult Xbox games? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying this is more challenging.
Well, yeah, I mean... you don't have people that mod their controllers in order to win in these Atari things. That's a pretty cool catalog. Where'd you get that?
I remember wanting to mod a controller when I was younger.
Oh, you guys tell the story about the chair? Can you tell that now?
Yeah, well, we had a chair and I was taking apart an Atari controller to put the push button in one arm rest and then the joystick in the other, because there was a Star Trek game and I wanted to be just like Captain Kirk sitting in the chair.
What, they had a Star Trek game for this?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it for the first or the second movie?
It wasn't, it was actually for the television show. But
oh, what? Really?
Yeah, before the movie came out.
Oh.
And it was, I think it was Asteroids, so it may have been actually about Star Wars.
Asteroids isn't a movie franchise.
Asteroids came from the original Star Wars movie.
New Hope?
Yes. When they're flying through that asteroid belt.
Oh, what, with Han and Chewie?
Yeah, trying to avoid the,
When they get to that cave that's actually a monster?
correct.
Yeah.
And that's how the television, or excuse me, the video game Asteroids came from.
Well, I didn't know that. Probably could have waited until we got to that game. Actually, do we have it over there?
There we go. Got another
Something else I guess
one.
we can talk about. We're playing on a Sears Atari. Yeah. Would you like to explain the relationship with Sears and Cherry back then?
Sears just was able to,
We have like 4 minutes.
Sears was able to, private label the Atari. And all the games are interchangeable. They did change some of the names of the games, compared to, what the actual Atari labeled their games. And this particular game was made by Activision, not by Atari.
As you can see by the giant logo down at the bottom, it's just there. Just sitting there, doing nothing.
So I think actually, you know, like, the Atari games were cool, but
Activision
a lot of the better games that came out were really from the other manufacturers.
Yeah, third party is always better in some cases. So, what are you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out who made that.
Okay. Well, have we ever even played that soccer game?
No. There's lots of games here we've never played.
Well, I played Steeple Chase the other day. Pretty weird. Ah. Phooey.
We'd have to play one more game, right?
Oh, bro, we can run it as long as we want.
Well, the reason I say that is
Don't
because
make it
I'd like to go
ridiculous.
ahead and show everybody what expert level,
Oh,
because that was the one thing with the Atari. You could change your difficulty level.
From novice to expert.
Right.
In today's standard, that's noob to boss. Yeah. Also, how do you guys like that intro? Moon Patrol music. Kicks in after the first 2 seconds. I love that. I don't even... It's so easy to do that kind of stuff. It's so horrible. Dang. I can kick your butt in Moon Patrol though. But seriously. Wait, you didn't get a bucket? You dropped it after?
I was running with one button for a while.
Oh. I didn't see that.
Ooh, bummer.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to drop this before .300. Yep. I just threw it.
Alright.
Alright,
Now,
we'll switch back
here's
to one.
expert mode
Holy crap, what?
versus regular mode.
Really?
Yeah, the buckets are really small.
Wait, did you set mine to expert too?
No, I did.
Better not.
You have enough trouble on novice with this thing.
I know! Screw you.
But you know what's funny is I have the same problem when I try to use the Xbox control.
Okay, this is the weird thing though. My dad can use a GameCube and a Wii controller. Can't use an Xbox. Like, I mean, you can play the Lego games, though.
Yeah, I tried to play like
Kind of a racing
any kind of
game.
shoot 'em up game, and I
Yeah,
ended up shooting myself.
No, it was a racing game. Yeah, I don't think you've ever even tried to play a shooter.
That's not bad for expert.
Well, yeah, I mean, what is that, like a literal half, like cut in half though?
I think it's more than half, dude.
Well, looking at this sprite, don't really... Looking at the sprite, it looks like condensed. Not like cut in half though. Squeezed. I guess maybe you'd get the effect if you cut the 2 sides off. Yeah, you can't do that, I guess. Yeah, really? Wow.
98.
I know. So great. Oh, just wait till I kick your butt and kangaroo. Yeah, I'm gonna gotta love these sound effects too. Sounds like firecrackers. They make magnificent sound. They're hissing like creepers.
And they're blowing up like creepers. Right.
At least you haven't sworn yet. I'm gonna have to put that in the video description. Seriously, I'm gonna put an age rating, so I can't do that, because I have no partnership.
I'm using my nun language today. Oh, poopies.
Roman Catholic gnome. Well, I guess we'll end it off here. So we will see you guys next time on another episode of Project 2600.
Bye-bye.